Welcome back to Digital Trends Live. I'm Greg Nibbler, and yes, indeed, it's our time for our segment called Who's Got Game, where we partner with Fullscreen and talk to talented gamers, entertainers, creators, all of that and more. We've got two here joining us right now. We've got David Trejo, and we've got Flynn. You may know him better as Tech Kaboom. Hello, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us. We're excited.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. All right. So something I think is so interesting. You two started, 2018, and you've created this gigantic following, but you both had your individual accounts that were going on before that. So maybe, let's see, David, why don't you go first? Can you tell us, how did this meeting of the minds come together? Because you have such different backgrounds, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing YouTube for about 10 years now, and I've had some different channels throughout the years. And I was looking to get into tech, but I wanted to do it in a way that really took it to the next level for me. And I came to the realization that I couldn't do it alone. So, I've known Finn for, I don't know, 5, 6 years now. And I just admire his work. And I felt like he could complement what I wanted to do with Take a Boom. And I pitched the idea to him. And he said, yeah, so, yeah.
Match made in heaven.
And then the magic, yeah. Well, with the two of you, a lot of what you're doing, and naturally things have changed a little bit right now, but you did a lot of traveling. You were over in Europe, if I understand right, or you were heading to Europe when this whole thing was going to be going down?
Yeah, we were actually in Europe to film some videos, and while we were traveling Europe, the whole just coronavirus thing, it just escalated to the next level. And actually, while we were there, President Trump announced that he was going to close off the border for people that are not Americans. And at the time, we were actually based in Portland, in Vancouver, Washington, actually, just north of Portland. I think you guys are in Portland.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So we actually had to cancel our trip midway, stop the videos we were shooting, and which is a shame because we're excited about the one specific video we're shooting there. So we'll have to postpone that for next time we're able to travel to Europe. And now I'm in Mexico, Finn is in Canada. We're forced to be creating videos while separated, but we're making the best of it. And I personally miss those spectacular locations that Finn gets to enjoy every day. But hopefully we'll be able to join forces again.
Well, Finn, talking about that, now that you two are filming separately, what's been one of the biggest technological challenges that you've faced, and how did you overcome it?
That is such a funny question to ask right now because my screen here is almost frozen. I hope you can actually see me right now. My internet is terrible.
We can. Yeah, we've got you. It's just, yeah, you're good.
Perfect. That's great. Yeah, because I barely heard what David said. I'm sure it was amazing. But yeah, so definitely this has been a struggle with the whole sort of, working apart. But I'm actually really impressed with a lot of, creators, how they've sort of innovated and be able to still make content. Because yeah, it's very difficult sort of trying to come up with ideas now that work in this sort of new world that we find ourselves in. But I'm overall impressed. I feel like nothing's been, too big of a hurdle we couldn't overcome. And it's been like a fun challenge to be only working with David over Zoom calls and making videos where, he can't even be here to film. We have to sort of work together in that way. So yeah, just not having David there for the filming process is probably the hardest thing.
For the most part,
what would you say has been the most valuable? Oh, go ahead, David.
I was just going to say, for the most part, we are able to work, plan the videos, edit the videos, and brainstorm and all that. The thing that's changed the most is that I'm not there for the filming, which we figure it out. We figure out solutions for that. But the beautiful thing about the working online is that in this day and age, you can work from wherever, even if you're far away.
Mm-hmm.
Finn, talking about filming, up there, what are some of the different things that I guess you've been able to experiment with? Are there different ways that you've been able to be creative during all of this? Have you found some new things you've been able to do?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
for sure, like
go ahead.
we love that you know, we are blessed enough to be in such a beautiful location, because I really like sort of doing travel videos, sort of cinematography type things. I'm super into that sort of whole genre. So being in a place like Alberta, Canada, where we are, we get to sort of toss in some sort of beautiful backdrops and some mountain locations, maybe some drone shots here and there. And I feel like it adds to this sort of fun feeling of our videos. So that's a really fun thing that I really enjoy doing. And it also gets me out of the house, out of my little den here of working, and out to explore a little bit to sort of add those shots to the videos. So it's definitely one of my favorite things to do, and I think it adds to the content. It definitely adds to my own enjoyment in making the content for sure. So that's one fun thing we definitely try and do. And now that we can't travel, it's great that we are in a location that we can still do that, which I feel really blessed for, and is definitely one of my favorite parts of making these videos.
What kind of recommendation would you have for somebody out there who's just getting into this, wants to start creating more videos, wants more content, and try to grow their following base? What would be the number one recommendation you would have for them? David, do you want to answer?
Yeah, I mean, learn as much as possible and give yourself time. I've been doing YouTube for about 10 years now, and I feel like at the beginning I was so in like this rush to get everything now. And I still want everything now, but I know that as well that it is a lifelong journey. Content creation is a lifelong journey, and I'm always impressed by whenever I feel like we're close to figuring it out, like, oh, we're close, we're only missing this piece of the puzzle until we understand everything we need to know to create the best content we possibly can. A few months down the line, we come to realize that, oh, we've learned so much more than we thought we would learn, and we still have so much more to learn. So my advice would be, try to learn from everyone. The one of the beautiful things about YouTube, but it makes it hard to give a concrete advice, is just how wide the breadth of content that exists is. And so I just say I think it's just a matter of trying to learn as much as you can and giving yourself time to explore those ideas, experiment, and just work hard.
Mm-hmm. And it's
I love that.
cliche to say.
That's a great answer.
I want to add in though that it's very cliche to say, but also make sure that you are literally enjoying doing it, because I definitely find myself at times where I'm like, I want my content to be so good and I want it to be super successful. That's all I'm thinking about. And I'm like, it's gotta be so good. It's gotta be amazing. But I realize that I really do the best work when I actually am enjoying it and not like just stressing myself about it being super successful and being amazing. So just like, even though everyone says that you gotta love it, I do find myself realizing that I think you do have to love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that translates through too, because I can only imagine, and I've seen some other people do videos where it's like obvious, you're trying really hard, but if they're not having fun, then it's hard for the viewer to have fun and everybody engaging. Finn, I do want to ask you one thing. So one of the most recent videos I watched of yours is you trying to guess what kind of phone people have based on a series of questions, claiming that you're psychic with this. So I wanted to see if you could do this for me. Yeah. Can you guess what kind of phone I have?
Oh, absolutely. See, the thing is, over my years of using Androids and iPhones, I have developed the psychic ability to perfectly answer that question. So I could probably, it might take me a while, but I'll start out with some simple questions, and I think I'll definitely, without a doubt, absolutely get the correct answer. So luckily, there's nothing on the line here. If I fail, I hope. Is there anything on the line? Is there any penalty if I get this wrong?
Nothing on the line. Nothing on the line.
So I'm gonna start out. Let's see. What will be a good starting question? What is your favorite coffee shop? Good starting question here.
Favorite coffee shop? I guess. Well, I haven't gone out to coffee in a while, but I'll say Pete's.
Pete's. I don't know what that is. Can I get a little bit of context?
It's a local coffee chain.
Okay. Dang, I wish I had been there.
In Portland.
Sounds good, but Okay. Local coffee shop. But factor that in. Okay. What kind of laptop do you have in front of you? This is gonna be my final question. I'm gonna base it off this.
Right in front of me, I've got a Lenovo ThinkPad.
Yeah. Lenovo ThinkPad. Okay, so you got a Lenovo ThinkPad. Goes to a small coffee shop. All right. I'm gonna say you use Android. Final answer. Yeah. It has to be Android. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
psychic ability strikes
and
again.
actually a cheap one at that. Psychic, you were there. You were in my head. You knew it all along. Flynn and David, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here on the show too. I love what you guys are doing and still able to create all this stuff too. Like you said, apart, by a long ways, thousands of miles apart, but still able to come up with this unique stuff. And then hopefully someday when this is all over, that'll change and you can actually go back out on the road again. But I want to say thank you, seriously, for being here with us today. Appreciate it a lot. Tech Kaboom, everybody go there, subscribe, and check out all their new content. David and Finn, you guys are awesome. I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.